Okay, guys, back. Next video here is controlled with zero down. Just like wholesaling houses, it all starts with a contract. And in this situation, it's a different type of instrument or document that you'll use to bind or tie up the property with no money down. That instrument is called a binding letter of intent. And here's a sample letter of intent that that I actually used before. Unfortunately, this deal didn't go through, but I'll just show it to you anyway. Some of you may be aware is that the hotel that I was promoting a few months back or whatever. So, but this is the binding letter of intent. The purpose of this instrument is to tie up the property with no money down. And if you'll notice here, it just has all the information filled in. But the great thing about this is the actual time period, the due diligence period, which is 21 days on this actual document. You'll get a copy of this that you'll be able to create your own from it. But the actual due diligence period is the time frame that you'll use to put a buyer in place. All right, and once you put that buyer in place, that will take care of the actual contract itself and the period that you agree upon to close. If you'll notice here, earnest money deposit to be determined and to be delivered to buyer's escrow counsel 5 days upon execution of the contract, which deposit is fully refundable until 5 days after expiration of the actual due diligence period. So that actually gives you a few more days after the contract. So you're roughly almost getting 30 days to find a buyer for this property, for a property that you're doing. If you can't find one in 30 days, probably not a deal for you. We need to fix something. There's something not right about the actual deal. But the magic document in putting these deals together is the binding letter for purchase, or letter of intent for purchase. Now, everyone is not going to be okay with this agreement. But just like with houses, if they're not, then that's not the deal for you, unless you're ready to fork down $10,000, $20,000 in escrow to purchase a property. I don't care if I have it or don't have it. I'm not going to do it because I know I don't have to do it. There are too many deals out there with people, if they're motivated enough, this will work for that time period to allow you to do what you need to do as a wholesaler. So the binding letter of intent is your magic wand to put these deals together. That itself is worth itself, and I don't know how much gold, is using that actual instrument to actually put your deal together. Now, another clause here, you'll notice, closing to be scheduled 10 days after due diligence period or before if pertinent to both parties. Now, that can be changed also. For this particular deal, we did it that way because we actually had a buyer, but the seller went la-la on us and lost the deal. But with that being said, that 10 days should probably be 30 days. But this situation, we had a buyer ready to go. All the thing he needed to see it, he had all the information that he wanted on it, but the seller just wouldn't act right. They changed the amount. I'm not sure. And you know what? I think they thought they had a better deal than what we were offering before they signed it, and ended up that guy didn't perform. They called us back, but at that point didn't even want to deal with them anymore. You know, it just you don't even want to deal with people like that. But the binding letter of intent is your magic wand in this business. So I mentioned the due diligence period, and that's what the binding letter of intent will give you, is that due diligence period in order for you to locate a buyer. So you can put a property, that $2 million property in the example with the NOI and the cap rate under contract with this particular agreement. As I said, all sellers won't be okay with signing it. They may want something else, but a lot of stuff is negotiable. And depending on the deal, if you're working with me, we can possibly still make it happen if we have to even put money down from another source, or maybe whatever the source may be. You know, it may be me, I don't know. But we'll make it work. But this is where we'll start, is with that binding letter of intent. A letter of intent is obviously an intent to purchase. When you say binding, that actually locks them in, that they can't do anything in that time period of your due diligence period that is agreed upon in the binding letter of intent. So this is your actual magic wand, as I said again, but this is how you control apartments with zero down through that actual document. So we're close to the end. We've pieced all this together. Now we're going to go to the other third of this project, is dealing with your buyers. See you on the next video.